official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all of our viewers and listeners tuning in with us here in INCRadio, Texas Satellite Studio. It is currently 9:02 p.m. Central Daylight Time here in Austin, Texas. And tonight I'm your host, Brother Justin Talioga. And let's go ahead and see who else is on with us for tonight. Looks like we're going to go all the way to the coastal city over there in Corpus Christi, Texas. Sister Kat, how are you tonight?
Howdy, Brother Justin. Hello from Corpus Christi. It's wonderful weather right now that we're having. Recently, we had some heavy rains, but so far doing well. And thanks for having me on here.
Oh yes, that rain was very unexpected. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. And now let's go ahead and head on over there to where Sugarland is, where we have Brother AJ. Brother AJ, how are you?
Hello, Brother Justin. Hello, Sister Kathleen. How are you guys? Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be on here today.
Okay, yes, and we're very excited to have you on here with us, Brother AJ. Thank you so much for tuning in with us, and also to you, all of our viewers and listeners. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. To everyone here on INC Radio Texas. So, for our topic for tonight, to our viewers and listeners, we're going to be talking about overcoming distractions. So, what exactly causes you to be distracted, whether it be school, work, or other everyday tasks that you do? Sometimes a distraction can be something, could be something exactly what we need, and of course, sometimes we do need to overcome those distractions, and that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. But of course, we can never have our topic without our question of the night, which is already in our live YouTube chat. And our question of the night is, how do you overcome a distraction? So please let us know your answer in our live YouTube chat. We'll be sure to read your answers at some point during our show. And looks like we already have quite a bit of our viewers and listeners tuning in with us already. Looks like we have a username Genuine Menor who says happy belated birthday to Brother Neil Trinidad and Brother LJ Talent. Happy birthday. And it looks like we also have our very own district supervising minister, Brother Noel Cartitivo, is tuning in with us. And we also have Joshua Willow is tuning in with us from the local congregation of San Antonio. And looks like we also have one of our ministers here in our district, Brother Crispin Aquino, who's tuning in with us right now. And looks like we have a little bit talent is tuning in with us from Corpus Christi. And looks like uh, uh, we have Radma Sansam, who is looks like she's already answering our question of the night. And she says, by keeping myself active in all the activities in the church, devoting myself and fulfilling my duties. That is how she overcomes a distraction. So thank you so much, Razma Sansam. And lastly, looks like we have Brother Mario Oka, who's tuning in all the way from the Philippines, from the local congregation of Brixtonville, district of Caloocan North. So good morning to our viewers and listeners over there tuning in from over there uh, in the Philippines. So now let's go ahead and move forward with our show. Okay, so of course our topic for tonight is about overcoming a distraction. And sometimes when it comes to overcoming a certain distraction, we need to have some form of focus. And right now at this part of our show, we're going to go ahead and test to see how our participants here can put their focus to the test. So what you're going to do here, I'm not going to show it just yet because I want it to be a surprise to everyone. Okay, so the way it works is that there's going to be a group of words on the screen. And so what's going to happen is that you must try to say the color of that word and not the actual word that was spelled. So we're going to go ahead and get that started. Are y'all ready? I hope y'all are, because we're going to go ahead and start this right now.
Let's do it.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So Sister Cat, we'll go ahead and have you first. So from left to right, go ahead and try to read the colors of those words, not stop as quickly as it can, starting in 3, 2, and 1.
Okay, so I have yellow, gray, red, white, red, pink, blue, gray, red, blue, orange, red, blue, blue, purple, pink, yellow, pink, green, orange, yellow, red, yellow, pink, orange, green, purple. I can't see that one. Red, orange, green, blue, green, gray, red, yellow, purple, blue, white. So, am I doing this right?
I'm not sure. Okay, I was looking at the very top, but something tells me that on your end it's kind of cropped out.
Yeah, I think it's because the way that the actual colors of the screen coming through my phone, it's some of the colors aren't showing up. They just look blurry. It's probably I need new glasses. No wonder I'm so distracted.
Well, we're gonna talk about that later on. Okay, well, how about you, brother AJ? Can you try reading the words from left to right?
Yes, yes.
The
Are you ready?
colors of those words. Sorry, the colors of those words.
Yes, yes, yes. We're ready? Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Pink, green, blue, gray, white, red, black, red, green, orange, blue, black, white, black, blue, black, yellow, blue, white, orange, green, yellow, pink, red, blue, orange, or is that red? Pink, black, oh, so long. Yellow, purple, orange, green, yellow, green, pink, red, yellow. Ah, no.
Uh, I'll be honest. I kind of lost track halfway through.
Yeah, no, like I was just trying to look at the last like letter, so I don't have to like read the word, but it got to me.
Okay, well let's go ahead and try this again with a different page. Okay, so
Mm.
Sister Cat, from left to right, whenever you're ready, read the colors of
Okay.
the words.
So some of the icons are covering some of the colors. I'm only seeing the second row, sorry. So I'm seeing the third row actually, green, gray, black, blue, yellow, gray, brown, pink, orange, blue, yellow, red, green, black, gray, black, brown, purple, orange, pink, purple, black, yellow, red, green, orange, pink, brown, gray, purple. Sorry.
Okay, I think you're reading the actual words, not the color of the words.
Sorry. Sorry, I must have been distracted.
Okay,
Sorry.
how about you, brother AJ? Try reading the colors of the words, not the words itself.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Ooh. Blue, brown, red, purple, gray, yellow, pink, black, blue, red, orange, green, yellow, orange, pink, purple, red, brown, black,
Faster, faster.
uh, 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 green, green, red, blue, purple, red, brown, blue, black, gray, or pink, red, orange, yellow. Yes, yes, yes. Orange, yellow, pink, green, orange, black, brown, green, purple, gray.
Hey, that actually wasn't bad. Yeah,
Yay.
nice, nice
Good job.
one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Someone
That's long.
really knows how to stay on focus.
That was
All
hard.
right. Yeah,
Very focused.
it was hard. It was hard. Yeah, but we did a good job actually.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
nice, really nice. Okay, all right. So thank you so much for participating in that fun game and to our amazingly talented Kuya Tech. If you can please put us back into active speaker view, that would be very much appreciated. And while that is being done, because to our viewers and listeners who have just tuned in with us tonight our topic is about overcoming distractions. Sometimes distraction is exactly what we need. Sometimes distraction is something we should stay away from, and sometimes we also have steps when it comes to overcoming those distractions. And that's what we're going to talk about for tonight. So let's go. But before we do that, let's go and see who else is tuning in with us here in our live YouTube chat. And remember, for our viewers and listeners, don't forget our question of the night is: how do you overcome a distraction? And looks like we already have an answer from one of our uh, ministers in our district, especially from Brother Dave and Dominic, who says yes, distracting can be positive when it involves consciously and healthy redirecting your attention away from the negative thoughts. Yes, sometimes we do need a break from those thoughts, and we have to refocus and be distracted for a little bit. Yes, that really helps. And look, and we also have one of our very own crew members, Brother Bern Gonzaga, who's tuning in with us as well, and he's tuning all the way from Humboldt, Texas. And we have, excuse me, we have Joey Caldejon, who's tuning in from the Lake Jackson Group Worship Service. And we also have Lydia Jordan, who's sending a happy wedding anniversary to Brother Joey and Sister Susan from the Local Congregation of Sugarland. So happy anniversary. And look, and we'll go ahead and read one more. Looks like we have Sister Arlene Febre, who's sending her greetings from Universal City. So thank you so much to our viewers and listeners for tuning in with us once again. And if you don't already know our question of the night, our question of the night is, how do you overcome a distraction? And I'm already seeing a lot of answers that are being sent in our live YouTube chat. We'll be sure to read those at some point later on during the show. So we'll go ahead and open the discussion to our participants who are here with us. So, what causes you to be distracted? Either one of you, either Brother AJ, Sister Cat, either one of you. So, what causes you to be distracted?
Sister Kathleen?
I think for me, Brother Justin, sometimes if I lose focus if the task that I'm doing is not the most engaging, like if it's a very monotonous or boring task, there are times that my mind is seeking a distraction to try to engage myself. For me, I work from home, and we have to do a lot of insurance processing, and it's very repetitive, and so there are times one can easily get distracted, uh, in doing this job. How about you, Brother AJ?
Well, to me, distractions can be a good or bad thing. It can um be like depending on the scenario that I'm in. Like if it's a bad thing where let's say I'm multitasking too much, and I'm focused on one thing instead of the other, that could be a distraction. Or like if I'm in an environment where it might be too loud where I'm trying to like focus, like it can really take my mind off of like my task and unfortunately like pay attention to everything that's happening in the background. But another thing that can cause distraction in a good way though is like when you're tired and you want to unwind, you can watch TV, play a video game, talk to your friends, like go get food, and that's my take on distractions and what causes distractions.
Yeah. Sometimes it really helps just to take that break, to give into this, just to give in to that distraction. Yeah, it really helps to take a break. And sometimes when I take a break, there's this lake and in this park nearby that I know that where I like to take my breaks a lot. And then sometimes that's how I like to give in to my distractions. And sorry, I can't help but to look at some of these answers that are just scrolling through our live YouTube chat. Like once again, we have once again one of our ministers in our district, Brother Dave and Dominic, who says taking time for healthy distraction allows and encourages individual to replenish strength, build ways to manage the intensity of emotions, and adaptively cope. And we have one of our ministerial workers who is tuning in with us, Brother Ron De Mesa, who says distractions will only slow us down, so remain focused, locked in on the work that God has prepared for us. And we have our very own district CFO overseer, Brother Matt Call Talents, and this is his way of overcoming distraction. First of all, I put my phone inside my bag or drawer, then I close my eyes, say a short prayer to reset my focus. And he's tuning in from that all the way from Corpus Christi. And looks like we have another comment here from our district supervising minister, Brother Noel Caritativo, and he's saying, how do I overcome distraction? Praying fervently. Thank you so much, Brother Noel, for sharing that with us. And we have a little bit talent who's sending her congratulations um, to some brother in our district, and she's saying congratulations to Brother Bern and Sister Camille Gonzaga. Love the last name change. And we also have a Klein Byron tuning in from Edinburgh, Texas. We have a Rob Stammer tuning in from Edinburgh, Texas, and we have another answer to our question of the night. I can't help but reading these, but this is from Brother Armand David, who says, "Discover the best time of day to you to tackle challenging assignments. Doing the most challenging tasks first thing in the morning can help prevent getting caught up with distractions." I'm really loving all these answers, especially since most of these are coming from our very own ministers here in the Ecclesiastical District of Texas. Thank you so much. Please continue to let us know how we can overcome a distraction in our live YouTube chat. And for reading these, I almost forgot we have participants here on our program. So let me go ahead and ask our panelists here. Can distractions be positive for you, depending on what you do?
Yes, I think so, Brother Justin. Well, one of the things that I do to try to stay focused, because obviously, we have to stay focused in our job, and I listen to audiobooks. And there's times that while I'm doing the repetitive work, I can also keep my mind engaged by listening to something interesting, like an audiobook, whether it's a novel, but especially if it's like a self-help book where you can learn, like hear some advice and learn some positive things while you're working, and also like you mentioned earlier, whenever one of our commenters mentioned that trying to do the hard thing first in the morning, listening to something pleasant while you're like walking or doing exercise, doing repetitive things. So I think that's some ways that distractions can be positive and provide rest. How about you, Brother AJ?
Oh, without a doubt, distractions can be a great thing. Like, some people have a long day, and like I said earlier, there's a bunch of ways you can distract yourself from like the hard day's work. Like I said, unwinding. You can watch TV, you can play a video game, you can go for a walk, you can work out, you can talk to your friends, your family. You can do so many things, and distractions are a great reset for you physically and mentally. And once you go back to your task, it helps you feel fresh and locked in to finish your task.
That's good. I think sometimes even like because there was a time I was working at the airport, and two people were about to have a big argument and a fight. And so I said something very distracting that was funny, like, "Oh, did you try the new breakfast thing at McDonald's recently? It was really good." And then suddenly, like, it kind of diffused the argument. So it was so things like that, just trying to add a distraction to prevent something bad from happening is a good, to me, would be a good way to utilize distractions. What about you, Brother Justin?
I'm just curious. I'm listening to y'all's different ways of using a distraction to your benefit. Do y'all have your own favorite ways of using a distraction to help you? Like let's say it's a long day's work and you need to be distracted for a while. Do you have like your own singular way that you usually gravitate towards when it comes to distractions?
Sister Kathleen?
I think for me, because I'm a very audio centric person, I love music, and so just listening to music to put myself in a positive vibe, that is definitely an easy way for me to. That's one of my favorite ways to be distracted. Also, if I had a bad day and I just need to get my mind off of something, I sometimes like watching my favorite TV series, especially when I can immerse myself for a few moments, in somebody else's world and see their problems, and then just enjoy myself, as with my TV shows or my favorite streaming platforms. How about you, Brother AJ?
Oh, I don't have one singular way. I think I'm very diverse when it comes to distracting myself in a positive way. Just like Sister Kathleen said, watching TV. Um, I right now I am a college student and I am majoring in media, and one of the benefits is like getting away from work, which is my class in media, is by watching media. Coincidentally, so there's a lot of TV shows that I like that I'm into right now. I listen to a lot of music. Uh, um, like on a daily, I'll distract myself by watching shows, working out in the afternoon, and then just eating. Like I feel like I'm pretty locked in all the time, but it's a balance with distracting and working. So like me, I'm very fortunate that I'm not really stressed a lot. So what about you, brother Justin? Like what's a good way you distract yourself?
I go outside. Legit, I go outside, especially during the work. Well, I go outside mainly because I have to, because the place where I work, where I work and where I'm officed at, the AC kind of just blasts right on top of me. And
What?
then I work right underneath our 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 air conditioning vent, like, and then and half the time I'm wearing shorts at work, so I'm like, okay, I can't focus right now. I need to step away from a little bit. And then and then sometimes I would use that distraction to help me reset a little bit, and then come back. And it looks like we have another answer here in our live YouTube chat from Joshua Willows, who says, "When I was truck driving, I would stay focused by turning off audible routing, keeping God on my mind, and stay focused on the road and what is around me. And at times we get distracted in life. That is very true, Joshua." And we also have another comment here from David Domini, who says, "Reward yourself. Plan a small custom reward after completing a task to create a positive incentive for staying focused." Thank you so much, brother uh, David, for sharing that with us. And we have Catherine Bacoma, who's sending a happy birthday greeting. I'm seeing quite a bit of birthdays. Looks like quite a bit of birthdays that are happening soon. Catherine Bacoma, she says, "Happy birthday to Sister Wang of Corpus Christi." And we also have, excuse me, and looks like we have username Raymond Riliera, who says, "Always remember or review God's given purpose and goal to us." Thank you so much, Ray, for telling us that. And we also have a comment here from Liz McDonald, who says, "Tidy your workspace, minimize visual clutter, choose a quiet location to minimize interruptions." Thank you so much, Sister Liz, for sharing that with us. So let's go ahead and at this part of our show, let's go ahead and ask our question of the night, this time to our panelists here. So, how do you overcome a distraction?
So right now, Brother Justin, I guess how to overcome a distraction. Just trying to stay, well, knowing that the job that you have to do or whatever the task you're doing is important. Um, One of the things that I try to remind myself is, how is this task going to benefit or impact other people that need for me to complete this? And so when I think about that, it helps reset my mind. And also, if I need to take a break, I do that. And I forgot to mention, one of the things I like to distract myself with is cooking. So here, since I work from home, I have the opportunity to cook for my family. So that's one of my favorite distractions, because it brings me away from the computer, all the devices, and I'm able to prepare a delicious meal and, do something that I enjoy. And then that's how I reset. But then, yes, just remembering the importance of why I must do what I must do. And then just trying to find tools to help me overcome, like, such as listening to music or listening to positive audiobooks. Brother AJ?
Oh, how I overcome distraction? To me, I think everything is a mindset. And me, fortunately, I believe I'm very mentally strong. One way I overcome distraction is, I guess in the morning, I do a morning prayer that I have a productive day, because I do want to be guided by the Lord and do the best that I can in everything that I do. And um like I'm very fortunate that I love doing what I do in life. Everything I do in school, for a job, like I do everything with joy and passion, and with 100% of my being. So um I'm trying to think of a time where I'm really distracted in a bad way, but I think I can't really remember one off the top of my head because I feel like I'm so lively and I think have a nice balance of everything that I do because I do my best to not overwork myself because when I like have a little sense of that, I'll just probably give my dog a hug or or like listen to music or something for like a couple of minutes. I'll set a timer on my phone, and then when it's time to go back to work, I just tell myself you just gotta lock in, and then I do it because there is a goal that I want to accomplish by the end of the day, and if I do hit that goal, then I'll consider myself a success, and I think I'm doing a great job so far. So like I said, I think to me everything is a mindset. How hard do you have to go, and how much do you want your goal? Do you how much you want to achieve and succeed? So uh, to me, I guess distractions are good are more of a good thing than a bad thing.
Okay, all
That's
right, yeah.
really
Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Cat. What was that?
Oh no, I said I have I think Brother AJ's suggestions were amazing and I could learn a lot from that. Thank you for sharing, Brother AJ.
Thank you, Sister Kathleen. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Thank you all so much for sharing how to overcome or even use distractions to our own benefit. So thank you so much to our viewers and listeners, and of course to our panelists here for joining us with that topic when it comes to overcoming distractions. And before we wrap up our show, of course, we can never forget to thank our district multimedia advisor, Brother Mark Angelo de los Reyes, our district CFO overseer, Brother Matt Carl Talents, our assistant district minister, Brother Jody Sampson, our district supervising minister, Brother Noel Caretativo, our executive producer, Brother Emmanuel Endaya, our station manager, Brother Wali Tarai, our deputy executive minister, Brother Angelo Arano Vimanalo, and of course, we would like to thank our beloved executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manala. Thank you so much for all your support in these programs, Paul. And once again, to our viewers and listeners, thank you so much for tuning in with us to INC Radio Texas. Be sure to tune in next week to INC Radio Texas, which is every Friday at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time, or every Friday at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And coming right after this, we have INC Radio Caribbean. And don't forget to subscribe to our INC Radio YouTube channel. Thank you so much. We will see you next time.